Hello, everyone. So let's do a peek into my previous marriage behind the scenes with a narc. I want to give you a little taste of the crap that I had to go through. There's so much, but I mean, the main reason why he is the way he is, and just some of the shit I've been through. I couldn't give you all the details because, God, that would take probably the rest of your life and the rest of my life too. So let's go. So the males in his family were garbage. None of them were faithful. His mother gave him to his aunt and uncle to raise. You do not give your children to someone else. You don't give your children away like they're a puppy you found at the pound. You don't think there's repercussions for that? Stupid. Okay? His uncle was cheating with a crazy heifer who acted like she was buddies with the wife. But, you ready? You ready? She was into voodoo and was poisoning the wife for many years through food. His aunt had many physical ailments that doctors had no idea what was wrong. For many years, she had a massive hump on her upper back. Again, no doctor had a clue what was wrong with her. My ex idolized his aunt and uncle, and they taught him to always look after himself. And you wonder why he's a selfish bastard. Because he was taught to do that. He's a narc, so he definitely puts himself first. Doesn't care about so-called wedding vows. Didn't care about me. Always cheated like his family taught him. His father was a Mason, and he cheated on his wife. So his dad, cheated on his mom. His uncle cheated on his wife, and I'm sure that went through all the generations. So you're teaching the children, especially men, because there's no positive role models, you're teaching them to be sluts too. Great, perfect. He made more than me, so he would give me money if and when he chose to. Always lied and said he didn't have it when I knew he did. Pulled this crap for years. Could have easily had my cars repoed because he was late on car payments. On purpose, didn't care. He was late on rent when he was chasing women. I didn't find out about the cheating until way after the divorce. His dizzy sister indirectly blamed me for his cheating by saying, "Come on, like you didn't know." No, I didn't know her brother was a mutt. A male slut? No, I didn't know. When I went out of town to have surgery, he was playing games with money like always. I thought, if I have to spend the night in my car to be near the hospital because he won't give me hotel money, then I will. The nurse asked me what I needed, and she referred me to a place that you paid donations to stay there, but it has to be medically related, which of course it was. So this is just a little tiny snippet of the crap that I had to go through with him. He was never, ever, ever there for any surgeries. Never there for any procedures at all. Didn't care. He was just too busy making money. In other words, chasing puss, because that's what he does. His sister was the golden child. I don't know if his mother was the narc. I don't know. She had her issues too. So the sister was the golden child. She could do no wrong. He became a narcissist. Even though she was the golden child, she was treated like a god or goddess. But she is one of the most angry people I've ever known. She's just fucking angry. There's always repercussions for treating your child either really badly or overindulging them. It's going to mess them up psychologically for the rest of their life. So good job. So-called parents, good job. If you do that, good job. So he was raised by jacked up people. So I'm going to tell you, like, I put two and two together in reference to let me think here. I thought the chick that was giving the uncle, the aunts, giving her food, I thought she was jealous of the husband. Well, that was a major part of it. And she's putting a hex, I guess that's what it's called, on her food. And who only knows what she put in her food. And she thought this woman was her bestie for some reason. And I'm sure people in the family, if anybody had a brain, one person would say, girl, you don't want to keep taking food from her because something ain't right. That's not normal. That something ain't right with that. Even if she was told that, she wouldn't listen. And that woman was destroying her health. And then I thought she was just jealous. And then his sister, my ex's sister, said to me one day, the women in my family had put up with so much from their husbands. And then I realized, I started connecting the dots. And I thought, okay. And then it dawned on me. The reason why that woman wanted her, the aunt's husband, is because he was banging her lights off. Because I just put two and two together. I'm like, because people can be jealous of you. Even people you don't even know. They could hate your guts and be jealous of you, right? That's not an unheard of thing. But then it made more sense when she said, my aunt and other women in the family put up with so much from their husbands. And then it dawned on me, eventually. Oh, he was banging her. She got what we call digmatized. And she wanted this woman's husband. Everything made sense. Everything made sense. Wow. They taught him to look out for numero uno. You look out for yourself. I don't really think his aunt and uncle, but he's dumb, so he don't get it. They're not exactly the epitome of a strong, solid marriage. He can't keep his zipper up, or his pants up for that matter. He has done everything he can to destroy his marriage, even though his wife stayed with him, probably for financial reasons. That's why I tell you, please have your own. So that if somebody decides they can't stop jumping between somebody else's legs, you can tell them, you know what? Why don't you pack your shit and go with her? Or in this case, or not in this case, or in a case of a guy whose woman is cheating on him, pack your shit and go be with him. Because there's nothing here for you. And I'm not going to let you disrespect me no more. I got my money, I got my job, I got my house, I got my car. I don't need you. So get the fuck out. That's what you do. His aunt and uncle taught him, you take care of yourself, you look out for you. Meanwhile, let me go humping other people that are not my wife. That's not really the bright person to be giving you life advice. I'm just saying. My ex also had the nerve to tell me when I had one of my surgeries, make sure you put my sister down as emergency contact. I said, okay. And I'm thinking, no. Why would I? We're not tight. We're not tight. And you, meaning the sister, you jumping in my world because your brother can't control his dick. So you jumping in my world saying, oh, well, you know, like you didn't know. Don't jump bad with me. Do not. You know? I try really hard to not snap on people. I try really hard, not especially family. I try not to jump their world, although I did jump my parents' world before. Well, the stepmother bitch and the father slash sperm donor, I did jump in both of their worlds and told them a long time ago, I'm tired of both of y'all. But besides that, okay, I try not to go off. I try not to, I try, you know, excuse me. I try not to go off on my job when I was working with a bunch of rednecks who hated me. I did everything in my power to be politically correct, but I wished I had snapped on her ass and said, why the fuck are you jumping in my ass when he can't keep his dick in his pants? And she would have been totally stunned because I have never spoken to her like that before. But I mean, don't snap on me because your brother's a slut bag. He's putting my life at risk and you mad at me? Wow. So this is the type of crap you're looking at. Financially abandoned. The only reason my cars weren't repoed when he was late on payments because he was too busy doing whatever with whoever with my money. Okay. The guy that I bought the cars from had a thing for me. As in wanted to with me. Otherwise, if he didn't have a thing for me, my cars could have easily been repoed. Do you think bastard would have give a shit? No. Because chasing puss was a lot more important than paying bills on time. He's got to feed that raggedy ass ego. Okay? And that takes priority over anything else. That takes huge priority. Okay? Narcs got to feed their ego. They're parasites. They leech off of everybody. Okay? I'm used to doing things by myself. I'm used to going through 2 surgeries alone. Since I met my friend 4 years ago, I think it was, maybe 5, I don't know. He has been the one that I put as emergency contact so he could pick me up when my surgery is done. My ex has never done that. Not one time, never, ever, ever has he been there for any procedure, ever. This is not something you want to sign up for because you love this person. Who they're showing you probably isn't, if they're a narc, that's not the real them. I've said that time and time again. You're falling in love with a cartoon character. You're falling in love with, Jessica Rabbit. Or, I don't know, a cartoon that's Mr. Fine. This person's not real. And for 2 years, he was so-called generous with money. That didn't last. I'm going to make you late on very important bills. I'm going to have you arguing with other people because we owe them money, but I'll give it to you when I finish chasing pussy. Because I got to pay for the new piece of tail that I'm trying to secure. So that, I told you, being married means nothing to a narc. You are just somebody I married. You are nothing. You are someone I lied and made vows on. You are not my spouse. Don't get it twisted. We said vows. I lied. I meant nothing of what I said. So take my vows with a grain of salt because I didn't mean none of that. You're just somebody that's legally in my life and it's annoying. It's annoying. Why don't you disappear? Because I've already hit your tail as many times as I want to. And I'm bored. So why don't you go on somewhere? No, why don't you go on somewhere? And I finally divorced him eventually. The divorce took a little under a year, and I was jealous of people who were single. I'm like, when am I going to be single? Okay. You've got people that are eager to be married. They're jealous of people that are married. Let me tell you something, sweetness. Don't be jealous of that. Don't be jealous of that. Because you don't know what goes on behind closed doors. You don't know what goes on behind closed doors. You don't know if he starves her financially. You don't know the neglect and the abandonment and the abuse that goes on. The screaming, the yelling about bills needing to be paid. You're screaming at me because of bills? And I remember going off on him this one particular time. I went off on him and I screamed at him so hard on the phone that my entire neck, all of this seized up on me like this. The pain, I felt like my neck was made of concrete because all my muscles seized up on me. You don't want to sign up for that so you could be married. You don't want that. And I'm going to tell you something else. I'm going to let you guys go. When I went through drama with his ex-bitch, who's ghetto as hell, he prefers ghetto bitches. I am an upgrade from everybody else he's ever been with and everybody he's been with since me. I'm an upgrade. And he went and got himself a drug head after dealing with me. He went and got a drug head. A drug head who was so high, his daughters witnessed her like this, and I'm not going to do it this way so you're not staring up my nose, but she was so high, she was like this. I kid you not. His daughter told me that. I said, what did he see in her? She said, I don't know, but she was higher than a kite. The only thing I think is, since she's so high, he could do whatever he wants to her. And she wouldn't know because she leaves the world all the time because she's high all the time. So he don't have to hear da-da-da-da-da in his ear and where have you been and this and that. And I thought you were going to give me money for that and blah, blah, blah. She's high as a kite. So that works in his favor. I mean, she's just like, I couldn't believe it. I was tripping. I was like, wow, you gotta be kidding me. Wow, that's crazy. I forgot what I was going to tell you. These people are demons. These people are demons. Take your time. Don't rush to get married. Like I said before, if you rush to get married, you'll be rushing to get a divorce. Okay? Didn't give two shits about any of my procedures. Didn't care. It's just, you know, if I had a kid and it turned out like that, I wouldn't be able to forgive myself, and I would ask myself, what happened? What went wrong? What did I do wrong that I created that? Gross. Absolutely gross. So, anyway, hold on a second. So, take your time. Okay? Take your time. Don't be afraid to get rid of people. All right? Don't be afraid to get rid of them. Hold on. I don't edit anything out. Real life. Okay? Real life. Take your time. I just, you know, and people who are narcissistic always perpetrate the opposite of what they are. So they will perpetrate to you that they're godly, they'll go to church. He didn't, which the church would have collapsed if he walked in the door, let's be honest. They always perpetrate the opposite of what they are. So I remember, and I told you guys this, I remember One particular time, when he came out of left field, we weren't having a discussion. We weren't. If you ever feel the need to be with someone else, you need to tell me. Because that means I'm going to cheat on you because I'm a narcissist and I'm a parasite. And I want to make sure you don't cheat on me. They always want your loyalty, but they're never going to give you theirs. Don't ever be afraid to fire someone. Don't ever be too deep in. That's why I told you this the other day. Don't ever be so deep into somebody that you can't fire them, get rid of them, because it would break my heart in a million pieces. Don't do that. Don't do that. You can love somebody, but be careful. Be very careful, okay? Because if they turn into a demon, you're going to have to cut them loose. They will tear your finances up. They will tear your life up, your psychological well-being, your physical well-being. It'll be a nightmare from hell. So don't love someone so hard that you are reluctant to cut them loose, even though you saw evidence right in front of your face that they don't want you no more. It took me a long time to get rid of him because I'm not a quitter. I want you to be a quitter. If somebody hates you in your relationship or hates you in your marriage, cut them loose. Don't do like I did. Don't stay in it, don't stay in it long enough to try to work it out. Don't, I'm not a quitter. I didn't say vows to myself, and I'm going to clear all this out of here. Hold on. What is your problem? Don't be afraid to cut them loose. You could cry when you put them out or whatever you got to do. File for divorce. You could cry hard, but still do it, because you do not want a demonic person in your life, because that's bad. That's bad. Okay? I want the best for you, and I don't want you to go through what I went through for 25 years. I don't want you to go through that. Okay? Some people are dark, black, demonic entities. They're evil forces. You do not want to mess with that. Alright? I want you to be happy. And I want you to make solid choices. And I don't want you to be in a situation where you're with somebody who one day decides, I gotta look at your face every day. Well, yeah, dumbass, because you said vows to them. That's kind of how it works. Wow. So, be careful. Be careful. Men and women both, be careful. Don't be falling into love with just anybody. Don't. Be careful. Alright? Alright, y'all be good. And be careful. Guard your heart. Alright. Take care. Much love. Bye.